Good evening. I'm fine. How's everyone? Now, we are going to talk about hair loss. And when you talk about the hair loss, I would normally, when we talk about problems or particular disorder, we talk about how many people have got it and all. I'll just ask one question. Is there any person here right now in this premises who can say that he is not suffering from hair loss? Can anybody say that I have not suffered, or till now, whatever is the reason, I have never seen this thing or this phenomena which is known as hair loss? Now, this looks a very simple term, but when you are tackling it, it is, I would say, one of the really complicated issue to solve on. Because earlier people used to get frightened with things like, okay, you have got acidity, you got a problem related with gastric trouble, you got something to tackle about your diabetes or your cholesterol. But nowadays, the thing that everybody needs to be bothered or to take care is about your hair. Now, what is that? It makes it so dreaded or so awful that you cannot think about anything in terms of, like, if I talk about even teenagers, I don't think even teenagers can say that they are not being afflicted with this problem. So earlier in the, you can say, if you see your fathers and your forefathers, something which used to be a phenomena which would exist after your 40s or somewhere in the beginning of 50s. Why is it starting so early nowadays? That even in the age of 16s or 20s, each and every one of us, whether it's male or female, we all come about this problem which is called hair loss. The reason could be simple or it could be complicated depending about your perspective, depending about whether you really want to work on it. You just give it a lame excuse, oh, I know it's not going to tackle, it's not going to worth it, you do anything, it's going to remain the same. Now, if you're going to remain the same, what's the point in coming and discussing it? We can discuss, when you are coming over here, that means it shows a keen desire that you all want to think and you all want to find out something which could be easily implemented and through which we can really get good solution for this problem. So what way we can do it? I said if you want to go for it nowadays, you've got lots of options which are available in the cosmetic surgery, right from your hair weaving and the other things. You know, all those procedures are quite complicated. As well as after undergoing those complications also, there are many times you would come across the problem after your 6 sessions of your hair weaving or after your taking all those sessions of your specialist, like, consultant with this particular issue, the problem remains just the same. Or even if it's solved, it is solved to an extent which doesn't, give you a satisfaction, oh, that is really worth it. So now what way we can tackle it? That's what is the theme, or that's what we are going to discuss over here, right? Hair loss, when you're talking about, I'll talk about only the one which for the time being we are not considering the genetic factor of your hair losses. Because genetic factor also could be tackled, but now today we are going to talk about the hair loss which occurs in different age group. So when you talk about the different age group, first we'll be starting with the one which is as puberty, and the second thing as an adult life. Now at your puberty, the reasons are attributed to your hormonal imbalances. But once you have entered into an adult's life, so whether you belong to a male or a female gender, most of your hormonal fluctuations are already settled out. So once they have been settled out, but still, what is the reason that still we come across this problem on such a grave level? Right? So before we start coming on to the real main theme, like the food for the hair loss, we need to understand when you talk about hair, what would be a basic anatomy of a hair? Whenever we are talking about the hair, we got to understand which is the part which is responsible for the growth. Simple as a layman, you would have heard two things very commonly. You can see? Okay, I'll just say it. There's nothing tough. I'm just defining hair in terms of two parameters, in terms of two components. One is root and one is the tip. Okay? So when you talk about the root is basically the foundation or root, through which the new follicle, the new hair follicle would come out. And what will be the function of the tip? Tip is the fastest part through which your growth occurs. Right? Now, you got to understand two things here. When you're talking about the root, your root is situated under your scalp. Now, scalp is basically this hard part which is situated on your skull, right? And below your scalp, you have got something which are known as your sweat glands. In each square inch of an hair follicle, you got about 38 sweat glands. 38. Every square inch of an hair follicle, you got about 38 sweat glands. And the function of these glands is to provide the nutrition, the lubrication to your roots. And when they are providing the lubrication or nutrition to the roots, your hair grows fast, or the new hair is, you can see, like whatever is the lost hair, the phenomena or the number of the dead cell, or the number of the hair which you are losing would be lesser than the number of the hairs which would be taking place, which would be growing. But what happened? Due to certain procedures, or due to certain factors, we can say, there are factors which constrict the growth of this glands. Right? And as a result, what happens? The growth or the mitotic process, जो आपका growing process है, वो stop हो जाता है, वो constrict हो जाता है. And this constriction in your glands leads to the upset of the balance, and this retard your process of your hair growth. Right? So when this process is retarded, what happens? Earlier the cell, tissues and your hair, which was just getting out of your system, which has been thrown off and the new hair was taking its place, that keeps on getting accumulated on your scalp, and that is something we know, we commonly know it as your dandruff. So dandruff is nothing but the accumulation of the dead tissues which are supposed to be thrown off your body, but instead of getting thrown off the body, it remains sticking to your scalp. Right? And as a result, what happens? The scalp gets dirtier. And because of this, your whole process of growth is very severely affected. Now, this was the one simple explanation from the layman point of view, what way a hair loss is occurring. Now, the first thing is that the first thing that you can observe from here is, first and the foremost thing that you need to do it to prevent your hair loss is to keep your scalp absolutely clean. Right? So when you're keeping your scalp clean, there are no cells which are sticking to your head and which is stopping your growth or the regeneration process. Now we'll come to, now you have stopped the thing or the congestion which was occurring at your scalp. Right? The second thing that I have mentioned about you was about the tip. Tip is the fastest part which is responsible for your growth. So what we do, you need to trim your hair so that your energy or your regeneration and regrowth process is faster. Now, to accelerate this process, we need to have few things in your diet which are really going to make it very, very easy and very, very, necessary for the growth of